Alright, so we all start off in the normal gameplay of an Apex Legends game. We fly in, zoom, 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 and we go to land, which we do here. Me and the boys end up going to Skulltown. We do this thing where we go one hot drop and one not hot drop, and I am playing Caustic. So it's either Skulltown or a blue zone. Don't really get anything there. Get some body armor, but so I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy to see this Wraith. Chase up to him. A little bit too aggressive from me because I'm way out in the open here. And you'll see why in 2 secs. Good shot there, but very good shot. Oh, I start getting shot at. Oh my god. So I throw down the Caustic thing, and then look at that. Just a headshot, and then just a no-scope. Like it is nothing. Like it is nothing. The reason why I picked this game, it is a very interesting game, and as its title says, we almost pulled off a miracle win. This is the stream from mixer.com/CrankyBaker. That will be in the description below, so you can follow that. So yeah, as you can see, we're just kind of all trying to figure out what we're doing here. We got a couple of kills. I obviously have one there. And we find some shield bubbles as we skip forward. Then we sort of run over here. And this is usually our plan. We land at the back there, then we move forward. Bit of a break in the game there, a little bit of lag, but I mean, lag never hurt anyone. So then we go wandering over. And this is where we find out there's a bit more action here than we originally anticipated. So that was a dumb move by me again. This is probably one of my worst games in a long time. From myself. I have about 2,500 to 3,000 kills. I haven't counted them in a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of kills there. But yeah, so there is a nice shot coming up right here. But so there's 2 squads here that we're fighting against, roughly, or in the middle of. We have no health, as is the usual Skulltown. That was a pretty good shot. I was pretty happy with that. I'll let everyone know. Shields down. Shields are down. There's a good chance here that we might be able to win this. Throw out my little Caustic trap, since that's been pretty good. See Truffle over there. He's in a little bit of trouble, so I figured I'd, help him out. Bang! I did a good amount of damage. Missed. I get the shots while I stand and miss all the other ones. Check my ammo, check my attachments, and I'm like, ooh, some body armor, some other pieces. This is great. Fantastic, but I'm still a little bit worried. Now, I still have my ulti, so I'm a little bit more prepared here, and then, again, I do something dumb where I go outside, and it is just a frenzy of grenades. There was about 3 there, and I got minced. So I go down, and this is where this game is unlikely that we almost won. So I go down. It's not looking good already. This is already not looking fantastic. And then Temples comes in. Now he knows that he needs to try to stay alive. He's kind of looking over here. Truffles is still alive as well. So both my teammates are there. So at least there's a chance that we might be able to save this. It is quite aggressive. I mean, almost got him there. Very close. And then just, yeah, kind of... it's weird. He did 2 really good shots and then missed the easy one. And yeah, got done. And now it is all on Truffle's back here. So he comes in, just makes mincemeat. Absolute mincemeat out of him. Grabs this banner. He can barely get through, and there's fighting going on at the another load of buildings at Skulltown. So he's trying to figure out what he can do. Meanwhile, I'm like, get me, 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 get me. Get me, get me, get me, get me, get me, get me, get me. So he gets a couple of items. Now again, he's got to slowly go through, because just if there's a crate or anyone around, like a doorway, oh boy. So he gets shot at, and now he's like, oh goodness. Oh god. Does a bit of wall climbing, because you can always parkour. You always have time to parkour. So skip forward. He does manage to get out of there, and he's bringing us back in. And this is where we start to go, righto. So what do we do from here? What do we look at doing from this very moment? Do we look at going straight? What are we thinking here? And we jump out of the plane, or drop ship, or whatever it's called, and we frantically try to get some stuff. Thankfully, he left all this for us. I've got armor, and I've got a RE. I've got a 45. So, I'm not exactly confident in our situation right now, but I'm not displeased. We're all back. I let him know that there are some people there, and we probably shouldn't be going this way, because I did see a lifeline drop go through when I was jumping out of the ship. Rogue kind of still, Truffle, sorry, still kind of thought, yeah, you know what, I'll be okay. This is where I see someone, and he tells us to get the hell out of Dodge. Just book it. Book it out of here. He'll try stay alive where he is, and if he goes down, you know, that's it. Because this is pretty much squad wipe at that point if we get there. I do try to set up some traps so he has like a bit of a fallback point. But yeah, there's just too much going on there. He ends up running into a lot of people. We're still trying to sort of suss them out because I want to kind of get a shot on them, lure them this way, and see what we can do. Temple still doesn't have a gun yet, so we're really in trouble. We're really in trouble here. This is not great. My plan here is that there's fighting at the front of the bunker on the other side of the bunker here. So I was like, maybe we can get in behind them. I see this guy. I literally poo my pants. Get a couple of shots on, but not much because, well, I mean, I don't have the best gun in the world. And again, was not playing well. I was not playing well. I was very tired during this game. You know what? And I just need to make more excuses. Again, this is a bad play. I end up just running straight into fire as they throw another grenade. And Temples and I book it. He's still saying, hey, I don't have a gun. Why are you pressing, you idiot? So we end up running. Now, around the right hook is where the circle is, pretty much at Cascade. So we have a long way to actually try get in. I leave him the alternator. And our plan here is that we have no healing stuff, but he is full health. So he can get me up every time I go down. So he can limp in. As you can see, we are a fair bit away from the circle here. So we've got a lot of walking ahead of us, a lot to do. Here, I find a scout as well. I do have a little bit of light ammo, so I was kind of like, you know, a scout. You never know. You can get off a couple of lucky shots or a couple of good shots if your aim's on center, and a scout can do a fair bit of damage up close very quickly. Enough to scare someone into running away, and then you know you're okay. Truffle has gone down. He mentions the gold crate that I missed there on the right, as I've kind of got circle on the mind. Temples will get me up again for the 18th time. Look at that. Look at that. We're up here. And this is the unlikely part of getting to the end of this game. Like, we were so surprised that this was even an option. Change to the EVA 8 because I would rather... I have a feeling we're going to run into some people. Trying to see if there's any good guns there. Really nothing crazy. I was like, yeah, you know what, the Havoc, it's not the best without, you know, the turbochargers, but hey, it's better than RE45. And, you know, Truffle's telling me there's a gold crate somewhere around here, and I was like, where is this mythical gold crate? And I find a carbine in that, so that is quite helpful. I would have loved the Prowler if it had full auto, but at this point, and then a grenade comes in. We don't know where the grenade came from, but we're out of there. I have no health. I do not have anything to really be fighting with. So we don't want to stick around for this. We really don't. So our plan is to get in the balloon and just get out of here. Get out of here. This has been the theme for the last about 5 minutes. Is get out of here, and we'll see what we can actually end up mustering here. So we end up zooming away in the balloon. We hear a bit of gunshots behind us, so I think they ran into someone else, and I think that's the only reason we're still alive. Temples randomly said that there's a person up here. Turns out there wasn't. I don't know why I used the big one there. I don't know why I used the shield battery. Mostly because I'm an idiot. He said there was someone here, but turns out it was just the array thing. I'm saying I still don't have health, so we're definitely going to need some health. So I did pick up some syringes there, but I was a bit worried that someone was going to come in behind us. So I did kind of I was like, ooh, yeah. So I got rid of that because I still thought at this point someone was coming in behind us and were, you know, not too far away. So our plan here was that we're going to spend 1 minute here. We had 1 minute. And we're very shocked that we even got here. So we kind of said between each other, hey, we got 1 minute. Let's make this 1 minute count for everything that it's worth, and then we can go from there. So, yeah, so we end up zooming down as per usual. Slide
How you
away.
even survive that? I have no idea.
I have no idea. As you can see, we are shocked that we even survived that. I did have to cut the audio on because there was a lot of like random conversations happening in the background, so it's very distracting, this one, but I'll try to keep the audio in for a lot of them, or at least make them have guest appearances going forward, so that would be pretty good. By the way, this is a good time to say like, comment, and subscribe if you have got to this point of the video. Like, I mean, here at 10 minutes, you might as well hit the sub button. At least we try to be entertaining here, or at least give me some feedback on this. This is my first commentary video, so I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. I'm going to try get out 4 to 5 videos a week, and I've got an editor for the montage videos that you get out. So really, I only have to do 2 videos a week. The next one's going to be a challenge video. I'm just talking midway through because I know there's not much happening in the next 2 minutes or so. So yeah, we're doing challenge video tonight. There we go. Got a new follower midway through. Look at that. You get a nice little shout out there. Game froze because of course it did. Man, it really stresses out when there's a follower. I'm pointing at something. I don't know what it is. Oh, that's right. I do a Ben Beazled for every follower I get, so I'm eating one of those horrendous beans. I'm pretty sure this one ended up being dog food. I do find a Spitfire, which I was very surprised about, so I'm very happy with that. It's still my favorite gun, even though they've obviously changed a bit. Yeah, as you can see by the camera, I was not too thrilled about the dog food there. Yeah, so today is the 1 crate challenge, so whatever gun I get out of my first crate, and then that's pretty much all I get, and I can only get ammo and body armors off dead bodies and grenades, but I can't like pick up any more weapons or anything like that, so yeah, so that should be fun this evening. So yep, still running off, still doing our thing. We're a little bit more optimistic here. We don't have the body armor, that is our biggest problem. We hear some gunfights down here. Our whole plan now is shifted to survive to we need to be on the hunt. Because if we get to endgame with these armors, we're in trouble. So we definitely need some stuff. This is where I start to hear some people, and I think it's a team of 3, and I was sorely mistaken with that. Because it is 4 and question mark at this point. But yeah, as you can see, I miss almost every shot there. That is just the worst shooting. And I said that I was like, I can't believe how bad that shot was. Somehow Temples, I'm assuming because of my, look how much health he has left. Thankfully I got 12 damage on him at one point. Then I do another dumb thing, and this is me assuming that it's a whole team of 3. I was thinking his buddies were coming, so I heard him do the self-revive, so I was like, oh okay, I'll throw my ulti at him. But really I could have just shot him. Because my plan was kind of get out of dodge and heal up, and we obviously didn't want him pressing us, but he died immediately, so it really was just a self-revive there, and he didn't have any other teammates or anything like that, so a little bit disappointing there that we realized that, oh boy, we kind of wasted a few things here. Very sure, we just kind of run over there. I don't know what Temples is doing here. He's quickly healing up. I think he thinks that someone's there, so he left all this stuff for me, which is great because I love things. Look at all these golds, and man, that guy would be so annoyed that his team just didn't survive. We don't know the deal of what happened there, but hey, at least we did what we needed to do. I'm still thinking about how sick those triple take shots were from, which seems like a game ago, was when we were at Skulltown. If you see where we are now, like it is a long way away. It has been a lot of running, and there's 3 squads left with a question mark. We do hear a dropship just come in there. So now we're in hot pursuit. We know there's 3 squads left. We know that there's 1 person here with nothing. So if we can do a bit of damage to these guys, we know that, hey, there's a good chance we might be able to get the W. Especially because one of us now has purple shield, so we just need to find another one, and then we can do a little bit of damage. But yeah, you don't want to be getting across the last squad without anything, because you know that they've probably got 10 kills and amassed a fair bit of items. Temple starts shooting there. I was almost a bit annoyed that he was shooting because it kind of gave us away, but he did down one of them, so that did help. I throw just a few things out in case there was someone coming behind us, just so we could see, because I thought there might have been a firefight up here. Turns out they all kind of ran inside very quickly. Did a little bit of damage there, just to sort of keep him on his toes. I thought he kept going. I was kind of wondering if they were reviving him. I did hear it sort of go off, and then obviously they ran away, so I didn't know if that grenade was kind of close to them. Temples calls out there at the back, so now it is get inside. Now it is just, let's get inside. I see him, and I was like, oh yeah, here we go. So he's done for. He did have some items as well, so I've kind of called that out, that hey, he's probably got some items. I don't think he's the one that was dropped in. I think that was a Bangalore, and now I'm just dropping some of the extras, and then we start to get some traps going. Just here, just to make sure we got a bit of coverage. The traps are very good now, like even endgame, like they definitely do what they need to do here, which is always good. So he sort of popped them off. I should have really been guarding the stairs, but he kind of was. Bit of a waste of an ulti on Temples, which would probably be the thing that ends up killing us at the end. Also opens up the door. So we but annoying on that one. I try to just sort of keep them away from being able to get that body. Now getting hosted by Batchop, so that ended up being another bin boozled, which we'll get to. So for every host and follower, and so there we go. So I do a fair bit of damage there. I was a bit annoyed that I missed some of those shots. I thought he was more coming up. I kind of miss him. Get a few shots on the Bangalore there. Just disappointing I didn't get it down. I think if we got it down there, we may have been able to win this game. Spoiler alert, by the way. But yeah, I was pretty happy there's some light rounds, so it was kind of like, you know, there's still some hope here. There's a drop down far left. We're starting to look around to see what's going on. They end up calling in another drop ship for their buddy there, so we're kind of like, and really we should have pushed, but again, there's two of them with guns, the two of us with guns. We don't know where the other team is. We started hearing some random sniper shots from the distance, so we're a little bit worried because one of them was a Kraber, there was a longbow, so we were a little bit worried about what was going on there. I started to put a lot more traps down because I was kind of like, well, this is going to be home for a little bit for us. Just wanted to make sure that, hey, we're fine. Doing my bin boozled for the host. I can't remember if this one was a good one or a bad one. I think this may have been a good one. I think it was the one that could have been Barf or Peach. I ate that, and let's see my reaction here. I'm thinking about it. You can see me on the camera thinking about it. Oh, and then I say it's a tasty treat. Yeah, I did think that was an okay one. So I just see some people running along there. See someone on the roof. Hit him. Make him run inside. So this is the next weird thing that I found to be odd. So next circle that ends up coming in about 20 seconds. I end up skipping forward very shortly. Ends up being that house that they're currently in now. The guy that was on the roof, that's the next house. We see this go off. We're kind of like, what set that off? Turns out it was a sniper shot from the left. And this is where we kind of got bogged down. We didn't have any sniper weapons, so as you can see, yeah, tempos get picked up there, and we realize that they've got Kraber, they've got a longbow, and they've got a triple take. So we can't really like set out with a one-time sight with a carbine and try fight with that. It's just not the smart play. As aggressive as I like to play, this game, I mean, we're on the back foot the whole game. So yeah, this is where we skip forward. As you can see, we're starting to get plastered from a distance. He puts up the thing. So this was our go-to move, is that we kind of thought they may... there was only one in this building is what we thought. Turns out there was no one. So we were very shocked that there was that we could just kind of get in here, because we did have to make a play for this building and go from there. So I quickly, obviously, heal up the shields. I don't want any worries or anything going forward. And I tell Temples to save his ulti, and this is where we probably get caught here. So I say if they rush us, save your ulti, because we're going to need it for endgame. I can put the traps up pretty quickly and throw an ulti out. So we were pretty happy with where this... I was happy at this point, because I knew that we could stay here till the circle. He could throw out an ulti, and when we all had to leave this building, and then we might be able to pick up the scraps and get a win. You never know. Gibraltar's ulti can do a bit of damage, and I have seen it been done before. Again, usually we play a lot more aggressive than this. We're just so far on the back foot with gear and with, obviously the way the game went, that we, had to play a bit smarter, and we really were trying to get the win. It was a day of a lot of seconds, a lot of high kills, but a lot of seconds. We kept sort of getting pipped at the end, so we did want to make sure that we were kind of doing what we needed to do. So it's kind of the waiting game here. We're sort of talking about ammo. We're really waiting for this countdown of this 16 seconds. We know that it's all starting to happen at this point. Like we know that once this countdown goes, everyone's going to be getting here. Everyone's going to be doing their stuff. I'm pointing at something. I think I'm saying do not use your ulti. I think I probably said that when I was editing this, the footage, and just cutting out the long gaps. I probably said don't use your ulti about 9 times. So yeah, I'm foreshadowing to when the ulti gets used. So yeah, so we're still just waiting around here, just waiting for everything to sort of happen. Still looking, and right there. Yeah, I knew we were fine here. They've got to come in. I throw out the ulti. There's just so much damage being dealt. Like, there is just so much damage being dealt. It was just knockdowns after knockdown after knockdown. And there we go, squad wipes. So, very happy with that. I popped down all the traps. I say, hey, we're good. They can't come in here, and this is where I start to go, we might be okay here. I say, hey, my thing just popped, so I did just get a bit of damage. Grenade comes in, and I just say, don't use it. Don't use the ulti till we can get inside, and he blows it. I think it did a bit of damage, which he didn't call out, which wasn't good. But yeah, I knew we were done. We're completely done if at this point now. Um, yeah, there was just no real need to pop that. So I knew we were in a lot of trouble. I'm trying frantically to sort of get my ultimate accelerant up, but yeah, I knew we were in trouble now. As the countdown sort of winds down, I still am happy that we did so well at this point. I did a bit of damage to Mirage there. That might have been a chance if we could have got him down, but yeah, I don't think that was going to be possible at that point. So yeah, it is all about the fact that we ran so far and did so much, and we were so proud, and we still thought at this point, you know what, there may be a chance. There may be a chance. We may be able to, we need to get one down. That was pretty much our motto. The circle's coming in now. We have to leave this building. Which is very unfortunate, and yeah, this is where it all goes haywire. I get ganged by 3. I've got the self-revive, I go to the corner, Temples goes down, and that's it. The dream is over. We did so well just to get to this point, I feel at least, and I start self-reviving. I'm getting a little bit of teabagging action here, and just very apropos, in execution mode, bang. So I get executed, but I really wanted to show this game because it wasn't the most glamorous of games, but it was very entertaining from where to go. We were on the back foot the whole time. We ran so much. Truffles getting us back gave us a chance to win. We did get close to winning. It just didn't end up happening for us, unfortunately. It would have been good if we did get the W there, but unfortunately not to be. So yeah, so anyway, that is the whole video, guys. If you did like this video, then hit that like button. Otherwise, hit subscribe, and follow me on Mixer. The description's down below. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you, and bye.